Hey crafty friends, this is Jenny from crafttestamies.com. You know, a lot of us love the adult coloring book trend, but sometimes we're wondering, what do you do with it when it's done? Well, today I have a product for you that is a color and hang wall art panel. So you color it and it's ready to hang on your wall. Let's take a look.
All right, so let's go ahead and open up one of these panels so you can take a look at it fresh right out of the packaging. Now this is called the Backyard Art from Global Industries. It's a wall art panel and these are 10 by 10. They're ready to color birch wood art panels. Now on the packaging it says that they're acid free, non-yellowing, clear gesso allows the natural wood to show through, which I actually kind of like. That's a nice difference than just, say having like a gessoed canvas, because then you get all of that white. But this has kind of that nice light yellow texture. Now it also says it's ready to virtually accept almost all mediums, including color pencils and marker pens. It's a high quality birchwood panel, and there's a cradled back that ensures no warping, and it makes it easy to hang. And so I want to show you the back here that it really is very significant. So sometimes when you see canvas panels, the supports here are really thin and really cheap. These are solid wood. Even the back is really thick, and you can see here that the top is plied. There's actually 3 plies on that top panel so that it won't warp. Now here's the thing, even if you decide later on you're tired of looking at this, the back side of this is lovely. You could absolutely paint this or decoupage it and use it as a shadow box and make it reversible. Actually, that's what I'm planning to do. But let's go on and you can see how I've used mine. So for this panel, I used some acrylic paint from Testers, and I just did 2 different versions. One was I used the paint full strength in some of these open areas, but then I also created a wash. And what I really like about this panel is that the lines are dark enough that you can actually still see the black lines underneath. It's not like they're so very light that if you paint over it, you lose that definition. You actually don't. I was able to do those washes over the top with acrylic paint and still see all of the nice, bright, bold design. With this panel, I really went to town. I used as many different kinds of coloring products as I could. So I did use a water-based marker here in the middle section, and I'll have to tell you, it wasn't a failure, but it wasn't that successful because what happens is it just never really dries all the way because this is a gessoed panel, and so it will rub off. Now you could probably spray seal it when you're done, but even as I was coloring over the top, I was still smudging it out a little bit. So this was a zig marker. I would not necessarily recommend that. However, here in these sections, I used alcohol-based markers. Now these ones specifically were chameleon pens, but the alcohol-based markers are gorgeous. They're translucent. They almost look like dye on top of this wood panel. And again, it's a nice, smooth, sanded surface. So it's got a little bit of tooth for pencil, but it also allows, you know, that nice glossy texture to come through if you're using an alcohol ink or an alcohol-based marker. Now, I also want to point out too that I did use some water-based paints, and these were specifically a new kind of mica-based watercolors called from Creative Expressions. So that's what we have here in these kind of coral colors. And then these are Ganzi Tombis here in the middle. But I wanted to point out that you can use water-based paint, just not necessarily the water-based markers. Just want you to be successful there. And then of course I did use some colored pencils, and you can see my pencil lines here in these segments, and I love that. I love that there's just enough tooth on the panel that you can see the pencil marks and you can blend it. I did use a colorless blender and blended things out a little bit. And of course, I added some foiling with some double sticky adhesive and also some texture gems to give it some more texture. So you're able to really be creative and try a lot of different products out on one panel.
These panels are really cool, and really the sky is the limit. I encourage you to take a look in the description area and click on over to Amazon to catch the current pricing for these. Thank you so much for Global Backyard Industries for sending us these panels and also sponsoring the video. I think they're really cool, a great way to decorate your home, office, or even your little craft studio. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe, and as always, have a crafty day.